Realistic, ain't so.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. I almost died by CAE. Imagine that.
You join us here at Allmotion. It's kind of end of the day, winding down a little bit, still plenty of people around and still cars on the dyno. But we've had a successful day of plenty of cars, new and old, on the dyno, just turning up here to sort of see what's going on. Have a look at all the products we brought with us, and generally just catch up with a load of customers past, and future really.
Yeah, it's definitely been good to see a few customers that we've had sort of that have just ordered parts online that we've never actually met face to face, so to sort of be able to see them and talk through the cars that they've actually fitted our products to, which has been really great.
Yeah. What have been your favourites?
Well, I'm a fan of the older stuff, so there's a couple of, I'm not really in the drift scene or anything, but there are a couple of E36 drift cars turned up that are sort of quite good customers of ours. It was good to have them on the rollers. I think they made a bit more power than they were expecting, so they went away nice and happy.
Yeah, I think both of them are about 200 horsepower from pretty standard engines, which is good for those. And then sort of E46s actually, we've had a couple as well.
Yeah, a good few E46s and some forced induction stuff as well. So supercharged car that was on the rollers, that came out pretty well.
Yeah, Aaron's, that actually, I think he said made 513, which
not bad.
For I think he's got an ESS 525 kit, so that's about right really. In fact, it's really quite good for one of those kits. They tend to do a little bit less than they're quoted for.
Yeah. Highlight of the day for me would have been the E46 M3, pretty standard spec. Just running perfectly as they should be, and made good power on the rollers, and likewise he was happy. But it's just a nice example. Yeah,
and we've also had Wei Ming's car here, which is one that we built the engine for. Standard cams and sort of I think it's got a Jeff Steele airbox on it, but I mean, to be honest, relatively mild spec. We made a really healthy number.
Made a healthy number, and he went away happy. And it's good to see the car again when we haven't had it in the workshop for quite some time. And always good to see customers new and old. What was your favourite car that's been?
Difficult. I agree with you about. I think it's Sam, his name. The E46 M3. It's just a really nice car. There's been a lot of newer stuff here, so plenty of customers. Again, sort of cars that we've worked on this year really. So we've got Ben's F80 next to us, which has got a whole load of parts from us. That hasn't been on the rollers today. There's a few bits to finish up on it.
Yeah. Obviously we should send a thanks out to Ben, because obviously although it's an Allmotion sort of day, he did put a lot of work behind the scenes, sort of setting it up and making sure that we stuck to all the guidelines and make sure everyone kept their distance. So bit of a round of applause for him, I think.
Mr. Ben, as he's known around the workshop.
Yeah, Mr. Ben, because we can't have two Mr. Bens. So.
No, it's just not allowed. We've got Gareth's car here that is going on the dyno. I don't think it's been on yet, so probably one of the last ones on there. We've just finished a few more tweaks on that. So it's running an evolved map and their downpipes, and then we've added forge intakes, our charge pipes, changed the exhaust setup, changed spark plugs and a few other bits and bobs. So that's going better than ever really, and he's got more plans for the future, but looking forward to seeing what that can do on the dyno. What else have we got around here? Joel's car. That one again actually had forge intakes on it, a few other tweaks, and he's in later this week for more. Max's car, another one that we did. Just plenty of F80, F82, F83 cars here.
They're mega, don't get me wrong, big power, but they're compared to like the old NA stuff on there, like proper revving up, and they don't.
I have to say actually, it's funny
having them side by side actually, and like getting the different noises and everything coming out of the dyno. So it's been quite interesting. I appreciate the tech on them and everything they do, but like without not a lot of work, you're pushing like 550 brake out of them, and like to get a 10% increase out of an S54, you have to work really hard. So
I think both of us.
Old-fashioned.
I think both of us as engineers understand and love the newer stuff, and I think they're phenomenal cars and extremely capable, but we do both like having to work hard for something and use a bit of
that probably makes us idiots.
But it's been a really good day and such a nice sort of comparison, see, as you're saying, two side by side, see where BMW's been with normally aspirated power, and then how it's evolved into turbocharging, and really see what numbers get thrown down. The Allmotion dyno, it's a bit of a heartbreaker. So it's been good actually to see some cars here that we've worked on that you never really know. Obviously we've got fairly tried and tested packages, but to see them really proving the numbers on the dyno, and one that is a realistic dyno, is really good to see.
Yeah.